Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast. What crashed harder, Bryce Young's cards or that submarine visiting the Titanic? That's Kai. I'm Captain Ahab. Yeah, that's one I feel a little bad about. A little throwback there. That's in the news lately because of doing all the hearings about it. Kai, how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing good. I would say Bryce Young crashed harder.
That's quite bad. Listen, what a start to the NFL season. Obviously, I would say that we tried to warn people. I would say that we have spent now a couple of years talking about selling cards into the hype as opposed to being the one owning them when they run on the field week one. But you have to be. I don't really feel bad per se for people who were hyping up assets like this and then got crushed because they deserve it. I feel bad for fans of the teams, of players who have sucked or have not been very good. So if you're a Titans fan, I feel bad for you. Panthers fan, I feel pretty bad for you. If you bought Daniel Jones, you're stupid at this point. I don't know what you were thinking would happen, but yeah, a lot of these young quarterbacks or people that were trying to be invested in, quote unquote, is not really working out super well. And I'm not really super surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Saquon Barkley, man. If he could catch a football, I'd be a lot less happy today.
So I was supposed to go to that game yesterday night.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was too expensive for my friend, and like if we had gone, he would have gotten home at like 2:30. Had to wake up at 5 for work. It would have been miserable. It was not going to be a fun night. But I also am a Giants fan. He's an Eagles fan. So watching them implode would have been really fun. And I would have probably enjoyed myself a lot more. So,
yeah, it's just funny. We never are usually on the right end of something like that.
I mean, that's what happens now when you have primetime QB Kirk Cousins.
I know.
So he's finally beating the allegations that he is not clutch. But yeah. Listen, this is the first time in a while that I am home for quite a while. We did get some reconnaissance on Culture Collision in Atlanta and the Minnesota Card Show. It did not look great. Now, I will put this out there first. No one sent me actual pictures of Minnesota. So maybe no one really thought about it. Maybe no one really wanted to make a point. I got a lot of pictures and DMs of people going out of their way to provide ammo and proof about how empty Culture Collision was, which is really interesting that kind of happened. I know that we spent a good amount of last week talking about that with Liam and Josh, but to see it in picture form, dude, it really didn't look like a good show this past weekend.
Yeah, it was nice that one of the 7 people that went to Atlanta was willing to send you photos.
Several. I think a majority of the people sent me pictures of how
all 9 of them.
Yeah, it's really weird. We have a lot of fans, I guess, who in the Atlanta demographic.
I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, we joke on the Atlanta show a lot. It's not the worst show in the world. Like, it's fine. Yeah. It's just unfortunate the way the timing went with everyone kind of just being burnt out, like we've talked about, and then there also being another major show the same exact weekend, and then there's just a whole pile of bad events.
Not only that as well. So if Atlanta and Minnesota could not have chosen the worst time for a card show, you also then had Hobby Rip Night going on at the same time. So Saturday, which is supposed to be the main day for a show, got interrupted by a main event by Topps where they had athletes and celebrities going around to hobby shops promoting collecting. In New Jersey, Michael Rubin went to 4 or 5 different card shops. He was at Santiago's shop. It was him and Quavo. It was really kind of crazy that they got such a massive pull for a shop in Matawan, New Jersey. Yeah, Tyler's done a great job for himself, and I really do like Tyler a lot. But that's fucking crazy. You probably had one of the main pulls of Hobby Rip Night. I mean, Mike Trout was in somewhere in Santa Monica, I believe, or maybe in the Valley. I don't know.
The Jeff Wilson store is literally on the same road as the Atlanta convention, and I think they had like Ronald there or like Spencer Strider or something.
Really? That's it?
Yeah,
That's not that impressive.
Ronald Acuna.
Oh, Ronald Acuna. I'm sorry. Okay.
I
I don't know
think
why.
I know
Okay.
he was at one of the stores.
So for some reason, and this is my fault. When you said Ronald, for some reason I heard Ronnie, and I thought of
Oh,
Ronnie White. That's my fault.
oh no.
My bad.
I know Acuna went to one of the stores. I would just assume it was his, but
Okay. That's my fault. My bad about
no,
that.
you're good. But it's just that store is literally like a 2-minute drive from the convention on the same day as the convention.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Acuna's a pretty good pull then. I mean, like, listen, I've never been to Cards HQ. I don't claim to ever support Jeff Wilson or any of that stuff. Pretty impressive though. Let's be real. I mean, I think Bullpen had like Bronny James or something. Maybe that was Burbank. Everything kind of blends together when like I'm vaguely following it because obviously I don't own a hobby shop and I did not participate in a hobby rip night. I was at a show here in New Jersey, a very not a very small show, but like a pretty small show. But it's a mile from my house. I went there. My wife was tired afterwards. I took her to dinner. Like we didn't bother going to any kind of hobby rip night event, and it was like a quiet little Saturday night. I like what Topps is doing a lot of the time. I think this is a good way to kind of get back to the community, get people involved, connect them more with celebrities and stuff, almost like a Fanatics Fest in a way. And Fanatics Fest finally started to brand itself for Orlando, and was on a call with EJ last week about that, and what I can say, well, they didn't tell me I can't say anything, so I'm gonna just talk, and whatever happens as a result. They're really trying to emphasize that collector aspect, and especially doing that with a trade night. They're trying to make sure that this Orlando trade night they pull off is going to be incredible. For anyone who is not aware, at Fanatics Fest New York City, there was no trade night event. There was nothing organized, which makes sense. New York City is kind of a tough beast to pull and to organize that stuff, and that makes sense to me. I think they realized that was like a real big like area of opportunity for them to like really kind of drive home how successful a show can be or how important a show can be for people, and they really are putting effort into a good trade night for people in Orlando.
Yeah, I think at a major show, like you kind of, I don't know if you need like necessarily a trade night affiliated with the show, but you need like some sort of trade night, whether that's like Dallas in the lobby, like it just kind of brings everything together. I feel like you're going to be able to talk to people you can't talk to during the day. You can maybe make deals you wouldn't have been able to make during the day. Like there's just a lot that goes into it that you maybe don't think about, that it's important to have one in some capacity, I feel like.
Well, not even that either. It's just fun. Like I think as dealers, we kind of have forgotten like the plot in a way. A lot of shows for people are, once a year type things. The average person who actually collects cards, who doesn't flip stuff or have a podcast or travels across the country like you or I can
or
do,
repack or something,
like that, is they're going to go to a local card show that's an hour away, maybe half an hour if they can. And from what I've heard as well, and you know better than I would, obviously, because you're from Florida. I know you're not in the exact area, but you grew up around Orlando. Is there's not really a major card show for you guys?
No, I mean there's decent card shops now, but there's no really card show, which it's a whole different animal than going to a card shop, obviously.
Yeah. So they're going to be in an underserved area. Hopefully they crush it. I've heard things about Dallas for that same weekend. And obviously Fanatics Fest, which is the same weekend. We've been calling that for quite a while. And it's gotten to the point now where I'm worried. I'm attending Dallas. I would like to sell my table because I would rather go to Dallas on Thursday and then fly to Orlando for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then take off work on Monday and fly home. I think as a dealer, that is my best success rate, or having the best success chance possible. I really think Fanatics is going to assert dominance over other card shows. And people who do not attend Fanatics Fest are going to have FOMO. They're going to really wish they attended Fanatics events now and shows. And I can't tell you that Orlando's going to be the most incredible show ever, but I can tell you that the person who can choose between one of 6 Dallas card shows and a quarterly Fanatics Fest, probably going to choose Fanatics Fest, especially in a city they maybe never been to. Maybe they have a wife and kids and they want to make a little vacation out of it. They go to Disneyland or Disney World, whatever one it is. Like that's a pretty strong pull to try something new.
Yeah, I was going to say if Fanatics anticipates on continuing the trend of like basically mini national card shows every couple months, like it's going to be hard for any other show, whether it's the same weekend or even the weekend before or after, to like get people there really.
Yeah, and that's the main thing that that Fanatics can do. Dude, they have the ability to outspend you. They will spend whatever money they have to acquire market share. Yeah. Like even after one Fanatics Fest show, I would call it the 3rd or 4th best show in the country.
Yeah.
Like I think that's pretty easy to say. And it's kind of scary in that way, but
it's also kind of funny because I mean that was their first time ever trying that, and it's already that good compared to these shows that have been going on for years now.
Well, once again, like they taking EJ's talent from Burbank really worked out, and I really like EJ a lot. I have a lot of respect for him. Like that's why I would want to like take his call and like work with them and stuff like that. I really respect him. He turned a show that was in a Marriott in 2 years and made it the 2nd best show in the country. Am I really surprised that with more tools and assets available to him, he made a show that rivals anything else in the entire country? No, not at all. And this thread actually kind of continues because I asked for questions before the episode and topics, and Cards and Whiskey actually gave a good one. Are we possibly entering, a junk show era, quote unquote, where there's just so many card shows available? And it's a valid question to ask because it really will come down to what your goals are. Like, I don't do this full time. You don't do this, Kai, full time. We obviously have friends who do. We have friends who are very successful in this industry that do this full time. But I was Lucas in Atlanta or Minnesota this past weekend? Do you know?
No, he wasn't. I don't think.
No
one I know was at either of them.
Okay,
I don't think.
The only person who I know was there was Trent.
Well, I think was Tyler at Atlanta? Maybe.
Tyler Hot Corner. Tyler might have been there as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was in Atlanta.
But I really didn't see him post about it. I didn't really see like anything crazy about it. I would have had Trent on the podcast again today, but he's unfortunately feeling sick. So I hope he's doing better. We'll try and get him on next week or something.
That's what Atlanta does to you.
Dude, like I really am kind of thankful I didn't get sick at all over the past summer from like all the traveling I did. Like card shows are kind of gross. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, it just takes a lot out of you, like physically, mentally. Like you're just, dude, by Saturday in Dallas 2 weeks ago, I was so burnt out. Even Saturday here at a local card show, I was burnt out. I'm like, man, thank God I'm fucking 5 minutes from my house. It doesn't matter, but...
Oh, dude, for me, I don't know if you feel the same way, but the National every year, it's like almost a guarantee I have a cold when I get back for like 2 or 3 days.
It depends on how hard you want to push. I mean, it's going to be different now in the future. I mean, with it being in Chicago for 3 years, the one negative about my spot now is that my hotel is not walkable. I saved $1,500 by booking a
correct
hotel. What?
Can confirm it is.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, wait, you're staying in the same one as me?
No, I'm staying at the expensive one.
Oh, you're staying at the
connected one.
Oh, Regency?
Yeah.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I mean, I can always cancel it. I have a theory they're going to be releasing a lot of room blocks in the fall.
I mean, sure, but then I'll just cancel my cheap hotel.
Yeah, I'm just going to cancel mine too. But
yeah,
I didn't book yours. Yours is literally sold out too when I went.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't even know that.
I think. But yeah.
But like, the difference is between Chicago and Cleveland, obviously, is there's no hotels connected. And you left the show multiple times. Like, what? I would say out of the 5 nights you were there, 2 of them you were probably in the hotel by 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I probably left like 4:30 almost every day, but about like 1 maybe.
Like that's so brutal. Like
Yeah.
I know part of that was just being like burnt out and tired, but also like
Well, also part of I mean, I wasn't set up. That is a huge thing. And then
yep.
getting there and back, I mean, you either have to go early and leave early or wait it out and then leave after everyone else leaves or like stay for the trade night. Like that part's just a hassle. And then the show itself, oh, I'm getting blurry, but
Your concepts are getting blurry here, Kai.
yeah, but I don't know. It was definitely the first one in a while where I didn't feel the need to stay there the entire day.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully 3 years in Chicago changes that. I mean, especially if you're staying connected in the hotel. Like you could go like the Regency Hyatt is an incredible hotel. I really like it there. I'd love to stay there if I can. But you know what? They're all gonna be pretty decent hotels anyway in that vicinity. But I can already tell you, dude, the National 2025 is gonna be a little bit different. And from the conversations I've been able to have with the powers that be, I'm really excited. Al came up and introduced himself to me at the New Jersey show I was at. He lives half an hour from here. He like
What?
came to the show on purpose to say hi. He had been a vendor there before, and like we had like a 20-minute conversation about Fanatics and just like in general about like card shows. It was awesome.
Did he say anything notable that you would want to say?
No, just like it was just nice to meet him. He was super duper pleasant. I really like him as he's just like a cool guy. It's just like it's just one of those things where they're paying more attention. I think there's gonna be changes positively, especially towards like younger collectors and people who are interested. Hopefully they can fix the Wi-Fi. That is something that we've discussed multiple times, and I've told them multiple times. You can plan this as well as you want. That's awesome. It's going to fail. Like, don't even blame yourself. It's going to fail.
Didn't I could be wrong, I wasn't there. Didn't the Fanatics Wi-Fi work like flawlessly?
Yeah, it had some hiccups too. Burbanks was pretty good. Fanatics Fest was pretty good.
I just don't understand how if some shows can get it to work like nearly flawlessly, why can't they all? Like, what is the challenge?
It's might. I don't know, man. Just quantity of people.
Do they not want to
Like,
spend money for better Wi-Fi? Like, I don't get
from
it.
what I heard, they spent a lot of money on the Wi-Fi, but like, obviously, it was not enough.
Well,
It's
it's just
gonna.
like I don't know. It sounds stupid out loud, but like, isn't that such an easy thing that you take a couple days and figure out?
I don't know. I can't
I don't
explain
know.
that. All I
In
can
my
tell
head.
you is that like anything that you want physically planned for a card show, make sure it is so clear in person too that if your systems fail and your internet goes down, which it's going to, just be ready. Like
Yeah.
that's all I would say about that. What else do we have? Oh, this is two things that came up today before recording. One is a cool thing with Leaf and Ryan Card Collector 2. And the other one is Tops with their Mercury product. Which one do you want to talk about first, Kai?
Let's do Leaf first.
All right, let me get that one ready real quick. While I'm doing that, how are you feeling about the Falcons so far, Kai?
I would have felt a lot worse if we lost last night.
That's
But
fair. The Giants make me want to drink. I'm
yeah,
not happy.
I mean, we play the Chiefs this week, so
Oh yeah,
probably
congrats on going 2-1, obviously.
1 and 2.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
oh, yeah. I like the thinking, Dave.
I mean, not for nothing, the Chiefs definitely do look the Chiefs definitely look like they can be beaten right now.
Yeah.
So, what's happening here on screen? This was with Leaf and Ryan Card Collector 2. They've released not a product, but like I guess it's just a release on the Leaf website. Obviously, the background picture here was Ryan when he threw out the first pitch at the Brewers game back in, looks like that is June or July, actually, I should say, which is awesome. Cool moment. Very happy for him. Usually this would be a little tacky and like whatever, I would meme it a little bit, but like Ryan's my friend. And this is all being donated to the Nationwide Children's Hospital. And that's fucking awesome. And that's great. And I'm really happy for both Leaf and Ryan. This is like a cool way to donate. Now, I wonder, I have not checked this price yet, Kai.
Oh,
What do you think it's gonna
I don't know.
What price do you think this is gonna be?
Do you know what you get? Or,
Let's find out right now.
yeah, if it's like a pack and you don't know what you're getting versus like you get an auto, I don't know. I would say $50.
I'm gonna say $100. $20. Okay, and it's sold out. Cool.
Yeah, that's
All right,
it's
even
sold
better.
out
Cool.
already.
Yeah, it's already sold out.
Holy shit!
You know what? Awesome. Like, love it.
Does it say how many boxes there were?
You'd have to do a checklist. So 99. You'd have to do math.
I'm not doing math.
I'm not doing math either. If someone wants to do the math here, there you go.
Well, does it say at least if you're guaranteed an auto? I can't read it.
Each order will include either a random base number card or an on-card auto. We can't guarantee which one you'll receive. So, awesome. Fucking love this. Good for Ryan. Good for Leaf. When you're doing charity work like this, I will never make fun of like what you're doing. I may meme it a little bit as a joke, but this is awesome. I really expected it to be $100 for a pack.
I mean, I said 50 too. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, this is great. I really, this is awesome. So on the spectrum of prices for what you get, this is a great deal. Let me go pull up Leaf Mercury or whatever it's called.
Well, real quick, I was gonna say, I feel like it's gonna be funny that the kids who actually watch him are gonna get all the base cards, and then the superfractor and stuff's gonna end up on eBay.
What do you? Oh my god! What do you think that card sells for secondary on the secondary
superfractor auto?
Yeah,
I don't know if he threw it at auction. I feel like Ryan himself would want to buy it.
Probably true.
I mean,
right,
I know if I had a licensed one, I would pay over $1,000 for it.
Actually, well, I'll pull up the top one. This is easier. So before I go into this, this is awesome. The price per box isn't. So Jeff, Sports Card Investor, is saying the Topps is charging $8,000 per box on this.
That's crazy.
Now,
is that confirmed box or case?
Let's go check Jeff's page. I don't know.
I didn't see whatever he posted, so I don't know.
Topps announces high-end Mercury box, $8,000 per box, which is wild. Each box will contain 8 cards, including game-worn relic cards, on-card dual autographs, and unique inscriptions. Base cards will highlight Wemby's top rookie moments, SP French variations, and specimen SSPs. Product will be available on Topps website at select hobby shops and on Fanatics Live app. Now, I saw somewhere that the Logo Man auto, this is insane. That's LeBron and Wemby. The Jumpman, okay, that is from that may be from his first game.
How do you know that?
Will feature game-worn relics from his biggest games, including first game.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, see, that's just goes. I didn't even read the giant text.
I don't know when the Jumpman would have been there. From what I had heard, it was from their City Connects.
I wonder if it'll like note on the ones that have it from the first game. I would assume it would somewhere on the card.
I don't know what their City Connects is.
Well, the patch is also black, so it's just obviously not that jersey.
Well, yeah.
I think it's on the same page, Dave. Scroll down a little bit.
Yep, hang on.
Is it not the one in the bottom left? Or up? Nope, like to the mid. Oh, I don't even. Yeah, right there. I don't think he was on the team though.
That's Fiesta City.
Yeah, because Derek White's literally in the picture.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I mean, that was a stupid search.
It's
wait.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, but it is right here. Oh, it's a statement edition. My bad. So I did some prep for this, but obviously I was
Wait, no, that's not the right jersey either.
Why?
That's
I know it's 2022, 2023, but there's a Wemby one.
There we go.
So now I guess if I really, really wanted to, I could look into what they were in his debut and like see if it was Jumpman. But like,
we don't care that much.
I don't really care. Yeah. I guess Swingman is more correct for me to say, not Jumpman, but whatever. I don't care. I'm not. I have the only jerseys I own are game worn. I don't remember the last jersey I bought. Like
Dave wears the game worn jerseys out in
they're
public.
Very comfortable.
He wears them to the grocery store.
The last jersey I bought for myself either was Ray Rice, hilariously. I wore that to fantasy football drafts for years. I still do. because I'm a piece of shit. Antonio Gates powder blue. That might be it. I can't remember the last actual jerseys I bought as a fan.
Yeah, I think the only one I bought in recent time is Kyle Pitts when he was a rookie, so that would have been at least 3 years ago now.
Yeah. I'm not a jersey person. Like, ironically enough, I'm wearing a Brooklyn Nets shirt, but like,
Well, you technically are a Jersey person, Dave. You're from Jersey.
I'm going to kick you from this podcast. I'm taking applications for a secondary co-host. If anyone's interested.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
So apparently Lane wanted to start a podcast. We were having this conversation yesterday or 2 days ago, which is really funny.
Yeah, we have a lot of conversations.
No, with Lane.
No, I'm just saying in general with Lane too, maybe.
Yeah, I talk to you a good amount, which is crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I know. I don't know how you deal with me. Just, like,
I actually called you today, so.
You did call me today. That is fair, yeah. And we talked like an hour. This is a mini podcast. Speaking of topics to cover on the podcast, apparently Kyler Murray is the GOAT. That is not a topic, but that is.
He did really well last week.
He had a perfect passer rating, and he definitely puts to bed a lot of the narratives about Marvin Harrison Jr. too. Although, not for nothing, he did still look pretty slow. But it's
like a weird slow though. He cooked people, but he still looks like slow.
He has I guess an incredibly long stride.
Yeah,
it looks like he's moving slow.
Yeah, it looks like slow motion, but he's still running by the DBs.
Yeah, pretty crazy. We got another question, or I guess a topic to discuss as well.
Wait, really quick, sorry. Did we skipped NFL predictions, didn't we?
We did. It doesn't matter. I
couldn't remember if we did it. I just couldn't think of doing it.
We got busy. I mean, not for nothing. And the only crazy prediction I can make now is that Drew Lock leads the Giants in touchdown passes this year.
I will say I don't really think Daniel Jones looked that bad last week.
It doesn't matter. He played the Commanders and
he still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass though, right? Or did he?
I believe he has 2 actually.
Oh, did he? I remember there was a thing saying he hasn't thrown one in 600 days or some crazy.
He has 2 touchdowns this year. He threw 2 touchdowns in the game against the Commanders.
Nice.
He did not look bad, but 16 for 28, 178, 2 touchdowns is fine. But he's already on thin ice anyway with the Giants, so
that's a $160 million quarterback.
I will develop a drinking problem from Daniel Jones as a result. I don't get it with him. Just not a good player. I don't even know what's gonna happen with him. I don't know what's gonna happen with Bryce Young, but my theory is he will get traded in the offseason to a team like the Rams or Steelers. Or even the Jets as well. Either a situation where a Stafford or a Rodgers retires, or the Steelers are just hey, we're not really sure we're going to do a quarterback yet. We'll bring in Bryce Young plus a rookie or something, have them compete. I will also throw the Giants in there as well for the same point, which I would not be opposed to trying Bryce Young out because he will still be cheaper than.
If you thought Daniel Jones was bad, just wait till you get on the Bryce show.
Oh my God, it's gonna be awful. But at the very least, you're not paying him $40 million. So well, I could live with not paying him $40 million. If you sign him to an extension
contract, you trade for him, and then that contract extension notification hits. Bryce Young, $500 million deal.
That's some monkey paw shit where I just I have to change alliances at that point. I might become a Falcons fan at that rate.
We'll welcome you.
No, I don't want to. I really don't. But Jones is not the guy. Although he was born in Charlotte.
Oh, do you think they would swap him?
No. I was on his football reference page. I just happened to see that as I was saying it.
Funny enough, that would be an interesting trade if you swapped him.
It wouldn't happen. There's no shot.
Why?
Because of contracts. If contracts weren't a thing, it still wouldn't happen. But just so stupid. What else is there? What else?
You were going to read a question out and I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. I know that. I was going to think of what are some other fun predictions to make about the season.
Oh, I mean, Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be the Chiefs.
Going Falcons, Chiefs. Falcons.
No shit. I know that. It's going to be a rematch of 49ers Chiefs, and I think it's going to kind of end the same way.
I don't think the Niners make it this year.
I don't know, man. It's a really long season. Obviously, the Packers are banged up right. A lot of teams are banged up right now, but Packers are pretty banged up. Saints are looking pretty good, but like I don't expect that to continue. Cardinals are obviously looking up and down. Like Kyler's been pretty great. Are they 2-0 right now? Actually, hang on.
1-1, I think.
What they lose?
Maybe not. I don't know.
They lost to the Bills. They were competitive with the Bills.
They were like blowing them out, and then they choked it.
Yeah. Hang on. I want you to see the quick standings.
You're forgetting a team that looks good
Probably. Bills obviously are 2-0.
in the NFC.
Oh God, who's looking good? It's not gonna be the Falcons. It's not gonna be the Falcons. I think the Vikings are gonna be frauds, as they usually seem to be.
Well, I will say Kevin O'Connell is one of the best head coaches in the league.
Of course, but I'm not.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's just no reason they should be 2-0. Like he's a mastermind.
Like they went 13-3 the year they lost to the Giants in the playoffs. So like,
did you see Sam Darnold like cooking with like a bunch of random dudes yesterday in like the fourth quarter or Sunday?
Yeah, Darnold has not done enough yet to earn a starting job moving forward. But even in 2 games, he will have a very strong $5 to $10 million contract a year minimum with whatever team he wants as a backup quarterback. At the floor, he could shit the bed now the rest of the year and go back to like Jets Sam Darnold, and he would still get paid pretty well to be a high class backup because in the right situation, he can do these things for you. Now, I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid about him because he did a lot of bad for several years, but it's good to see him do well.
It's funny how things work out because if JJ doesn't get hurt, he might have been the starter.
Yeah, I mean, JJ would probably be like 0-2 right now.
Oh, I agree. I don't like him, but
well, every rookie quarterback seems to be struggling right now. So
they're so bad. I don't think a single one's thrown a touchdown still, right?
Bryce Young, basically a rookie. Caleb is not. Bo Nix is not. Jaden Daniels.
He's ran one. He hasn't thrown one.
Yeah, and then Drake May has obviously not played.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Chiefs out of the AFC. I still think that whether it's gonna be Chiefs Bills or Chiefs,
that's not a thing.
Steelers would be interesting. I just don't think they're gonna have the quarterback play.
Talking about the Super Bowl?
I'm just talking about making it like deep playoff run.
Okay.
Because in my mind, I think the Chiefs are gonna win. So I'm talking about like AFC Championship. Just because I'm looking at it on my computer. I think Texans get bounced early. I think that they're 1 or 2 years away from being the team to lose to the Chiefs in the championship. Steelers can make it. I just think that if you score 20 points on the Steelers, you will win every game.
Yeah, they absolutely destroyed us the first game.
Yeah, no, the Steelers defense is legit. Justin Fields is not. Goes back to my point of what I've been saying for a while. I wanted to buy his cards to sell during the season when he was the backup and people were moving on. He was going to be like a mid-end backup forever. And he has come out and basically lived up to the same thing I thought. He is just like very mid.
Yeah. He's like, he's so like, he's just there. And he's like, he's making plays, but
Justin Fields is a very inoffensive, bad starting quarterback who will always have his weird lovers, who just is not, he's just not that good. Like,
yeah,
he just is not, he's not good. He's fine. He's very, very fine. His ceiling is probably, oh my God, I don't even know. I don't want to say Lamar, obviously, like a bad Lamar Jackson. Like, who was a good running quarterback before them?
Michael Vick.
No, not. Could Justin Fields run for 1,000 yards? How far did he get when he was starting. He did get 1,000. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I guess the ceiling is like I don't know. I don't feel comfortable saying what his ceiling is. I'm not
What,
sure
like
yet.
Randall Cunningham or Warren Moon or something?
Yeah, I don't even like that either. I don't know. Fields is still one of the most athletic players on the field when he's on it, but he can't throw. He just can't make the plays you need to as an NFL QB. So,
Yeah.
whatever. I guess I've somewhat eaten the crow on that one because I said he sucks and he's not sucked, but he's not been good. He's been fine. I don't know. I'm not offering financial advice, so I don't really care. I am not like your favorite influencers, because we got a question or topic about this, mentioning how many key influencers live in their parents' house giving people advice. This is just hilarious. This is a great conversation. Yeah, dude, like it's so funny to me, like the people who our industry has raised up on a pedestal and said, you are an authority figure. We care what you think about these quarterbacks, these NBA players, these basketball players. I can't think for myself. Please think for me. Let me lose money because of you. I lack the ability to do this myself. Please guide me in how to lose. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot of positive things to say about those who do actually offer financial advice and tell you what to buy and how to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's more so a trap for like new people into cards. Obviously, I think when you get to the point where you're like doing this like for a lot of money and a lot of time, like I don't really give a shit what like they say about any player or anything. I mean, you could kind of like take notes here and there and be like, oh hey, they're getting people to buy this dude. Let me sell my cards of this dude since his price is going to go up, and vice versa. But I don't know. I don't really put much stock into it.
How much sports card content do you consume, Kai?
I don't know. Not much selectively, I'd say.
Yeah, I listen to Sports Card Radio, occasionally Dan the Card Man if it's a topic I like. That's about it. I don't care. Like I do not follow any influencer. I don't watch Ryan's videos, although I've been in a couple. I think you have too. Or at least Mikey was. Ryan's come to our table multiple Dallases in a row, just bought cards off us like we're in his videos. I don't follow Roth. I don't even know who. There's so many people who make sports card content that I've never heard of. There was someone filming content at the New Jersey show. I'm like, I've never seen this person before in my life. I don't know who you are.
That's funny.
Dude, there's one repacker at our show too, and that guy cleaned up. So interesting. I don't know. Like there's who I can't even pretend to like figure out names. Because a lot of them just like, I don't know, have 1,000 subscribers and like
it's like a very good majority of them, yeah.
Well,
I know the Deal Me Slaps people are really nice. They make videos.
Oh, Jason's great. Yeah, Jason's a great guy. I mean, listen, I can tell you as a content creator, can I pull up my YouTube? I guess I could. Like this is a dead account now, but this was me once upon a time. Like I'll pull this up. I don't give a shit. I've talked about this multiple times. This is an account that I used to run. Extraordinary Junior was my online persona once upon a time. I had Pokemon videos. I had 40-something thousand subscribers. I've not posted on it in quite a while. I tried rebooting it a few times. It just didn't work out. I've moved on from like this part of my life. But I was a better content creator, subscriber-wise and like channel-wise, than these people ever were when I was a teenager. Like, when I say I know shit about YouTube or something in expertise, I fucking can at least back it up. That's my stupid ass face there. I own this. This was my childhood thing. And like, you want to talk about being an influencer? I fucking did it, and I'm better than you at it. I know what I'm doing. These dickheads don't. And I just don't like, I don't care for those who think they're better than anyone else when they're not. You're fucking nothing. So who cares?
You should have, when you came back, you should have made the name Extraordinaire Senior.
That would have been funny if I had a kid, but like, Maybe that's what my future children will do. So yeah, Kai's you're right there, Kai. We're shooting at 1080p now, and you're coming in at like 144p. You're fuzzier than my future, man. This is not good. Oh no. Oh, I have to drop off. Oh, this is so bad. Oh no. Bye, Kai. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong with making content. I forgot about Jay. How did I forget about Mojo? What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, Jay is like actually a nice human being. So when he has like internet success, I'm happy for him. But Jay, even when the camera's not rolling, is just like a good person.
Yeah.
So Jay is the gold standard of what I want a content creator influencer to be. Because Jay also doesn't really tell you what to buy. Jay just kind of does things in the sports card world and builds an audience as a result. So
he even makes fun of them sometimes. It's
good. He should. It's fucking ridiculous. Whenever I've posted about influencers in the past, there's someone who follows me, and I'm forgetting your name. I'm sorry. Everyone's name sounds the same. Who like works with like R&B rappers and like successful, like actually successful people with millions of followers on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and other socials, and Spotify, and like they're notable actual performers who have actual talent. I know, shocking. And he's like, yeah, like these people don't have an ego. These fucking children with like 20,000 Instagram followers and like 5,000 YouTube subscribers making sports card content think they're all this shit. Meanwhile, people who have actually done something with their lives don't. They're not nearly the same kind of type of personality. What the fuck is wrong with these kids? And it just makes me laugh that like, I'm trying to say this in a pretty mean way that is also true. The athletes who you are pumping their cards of do not know you exist. The person who lost so much money on Bryce Young, who's complaining about it like daily and like saying people are bullying him and like he lost sleep over it. Bryce Young doesn't know you exist. He doesn't fucking care what you think. When people bitch about your fantasy football team to you, and like you've seen the DMs of like athletes who like underperformed, like missed a part, and like they make fun of them, and like and then the athlete responds like, "Bro, I don't give a fuck who you are." That's the same thing in sports cards, except you don't even have that parallel. Yeah. You just are like, you're just a schmuck. You're a loser who sucks at buying sports cards apparently, and can't even hit on the one card you really, really want to own. Like, get better, bro. You suck. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get half the things that people do in cards.
No, and that is one thing about our industry that like, if I could change one thing, I would really, really hope that people could think critically for themselves. Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand like how you can let someone who has a financial interest in you following whatever they fucking say dictate what you do in life. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I think it's just people trying to, I don't know, copy them.
Grift.
Yeah, basically.
And then the funny thing is like, you know, if I don't like Roth a ton, like it is what it is. He's at least reached a level of success and he deserves to be commended for that. But then you have like the disciples or like the little like kindlings of him who walk around shows. There are numerous people, Kai, who think they're him. Like, even if Roth is not my favorite content creator, it's whatever. Like, he still achieved success and he deserves to be like. Those who don't even have that level of success think they deserve special treatment. You're certainly special.
I think that's a common issue. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
they are special, but like in the short bus kind of way.
You said it, not me.
You cut me off as I was going to say it anyway, and I thought about it and said, I'm going to say it regardless. Yeah, I just like, even like the mannerisms. I have DMs from some of these little disciples, and they sound the exact fucking same, and I don't get it, dude. I just don't care.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about that, whether it's stories and whatnot, just how we've talked about it like endlessly, you know, like people probably get sick of it, but it's just like so true still.
It's just like it I don't know, man. Am I old at 28? Like, am
I
I
think we
already
are.
like
I'm even feel old when we talk about this. I feel like a person's like, get off my lawn.
like it, it, I don't even know if like I've already become out of touch or just like I grew up in like a loving family, I guess, who like made sure I didn't feel or act this way. So thank
Yeah.
you, but like I don't need the approval of like weird men online to feel
Whoa,
validated.
whoa.
What?
It's just going in a weird way.
How is that going in a weird way? Like the goal of these influencers is to be recognized for your expertise, I guess. So you want to be congratulated by men online because the demographic who watches sports car content, Kai, is 95% male, at least even according to our own analytics. So you're not getting girls in your DMs saying, "Oh, you're so hot. I love your Justin Fields pics. You're so sexy. Like, here's my number." That never happened. I don't think a sports car collector's talked to a girl in 20 years anyway. So, like, what is the goal here? Like, what are you trying to get out of it? Yeah, I don't know. I took it to the weird degree there, so I apologize. Just gonna leave me out there. Yep. All
Your
right.
show,
Cool.
Dave. I'm just
Yep.
here
Fair,
for it.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, I've gone off my crackhead route for today. We do have we have two more topics that are pretty relevant. One is pretty straightforward. One's more fun. One is more of an actual market and efficiency. Which one do you want to go through?
I'll let you pick this time.
All right. So one thing that, and this is gonna make me look bad, so it's fine. One thing that's been a major touch point in, especially the last couple of years, I feel like this has gotten accelerated a lot lately, is the price point in cards, Raw, PSA 9, PSA 10, and it's gotten to the point now where some common cards, even Raw, are being outsold, or so even PSA 9 sales. I'm sorry, are being outsold by their Raw counterparts. That's what I meant to say. And I feel like that's a really weird problem that has continued to happen. The PSA 10 qualifier compared to a PSA 9 has gotten really kind of crazy in the last couple of years. Even the last couple of months, it's kind of like spiraled a little more out of control. Like I remember, 2018, 2019, 2020, like a BGS 9.5 compared to a PSA 9, like BGS 9.5 was 1.5 times qualifier. PSA 10 would be like 1.5 to 1.75 of like that 9.5 or whatever the number would be. It would depend on case basis, obviously, how common the card was, whatever else. Now, dude, like I can even see like double or even 2.5 times PSA 9 to a PSA 10. It's kind of getting crazy, if not higher, on certain cards.
Yeah, I think it's just like a grading like epidemic. Like everyone's grading cards. Like that wasn't always the case. And I mean, I think the situations where the Raw outsell the 9 is basically anything that's like mass produced, like silvers, whatever, select.
Kabooms, downtowns.
Yeah, the Kaboom stuff's crazy. I mean, Raws and 9s will sell for like, I don't know, like 70-80% of gems. Like the math isn't mathing there. Was it Jalen Waddle who's downtown was like a pop 1210 or something?
I'll tell you right now if I can pull it up. I mean, I
Yeah.
know what you're where did we see this?
We talked about that in Dallas.
Okay.
There was I could have swore it was Jalen Waddle's like rookie downtown optic. It's like a pop 1,000 or something for a 10.
Let's see if I can pull it up. And I spelled Jalen. What's wrong with me? I want to pull up the pop report. So I guess I'll
You just pulled up, like alt, right?
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to pull up alt on my phone and just check the pop. This is the Dunrush optic. This is not the paper one. So
It's the optic one I think is what we're looking for, right?
I want to check the just normal Dunrush optic. Second. I just want to see what this one is.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually as crazy as we thought it was. Didn't someone tell us it was a pop 1200?
So the Dunrush optic one, like the Chrome version, is pop 298 in a PSA 10. Now I need to find the normal version. Those are all optic.
The normal one alt has it at 111. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
That can't be right. Why did we see it being 1,000?
I don't know.
Am
I crazy? Didn't someone say that?
Yeah. Do we misunderstand?
I don't know.
All right, here's the normal one. So the optic one is 298. The normal Donruss is 609, 509, 13. It is pop 111. What the fuck? Did someone with this? Did I read this and just have dyslexia?
Someone spread misinformation.
We're just spreading fake news.
So I mean, even 300 is kind of crazy though.
300 is kind of crazy.
For the optic. I mean, there's supposed to be case hits, and there's like 50 players in the set.
The point still is, and let me pull up Card Ladder for us to like visualize it. PSA 10s are going for about 650 for the optic. 780s kind of seems like an outlier.
They've dropped since the season started, basically.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. PSA 9. That can't be right.
The same price.
Wait, what? 550, 525, 520. What the 341? What the fuck happened? What?
I look up. Oh, I was gonna look up the raw one.
They're like, yeah, the difference is $100. That's not. That
not
can't
even. Be. It's like $30.
The math is not mathing. All right, what are raws at? Hang on. 475.
Oh, I thought the 10 was a raw.
So a PSA 10 did 650. The raw did 475. What the fuck is going on here?
Within 3 days.
And the PSA 9 did 610. Yeah. What the fuck is what?
That's what I'm saying. There's just not even like you can't even pay a premium on those for a 10 just because of the mass quantity of them.
Jesus Christ, dude! I didn't realize it was this bad. 450.
That's how
I sold a 9 at the National for $500.
Yeah, that's how almost every single player is, outside of maybe like some of the more rare ones.
If I could spell. So
yeah,
Burrow,
I think like high-end quarterbacks is going to be like the main exception, but
so Burrow is right now $1,500 for an optic. PSA 9 downtown. 1669 for BGS 9. Wow. PSA 9 got it. PSA 9 being outsold by Beckett 9 is crazy in today's world. And a PSA 10 did 4270 2 weeks ago. So not a ton have sold since the season started. Who's another example then? Josh Allen, I guess.
I mean, I would try someone who's like a skill player. Like try like Bijan.
Okay.
Because I think the higher end quarterbacks is like the only place you're going to see a real multiplier.
525 raw. PSA 9 445.
Different. They mislabeled the. That's not optic.
Okay, fine. Thank you. 400. Wait, is this optic? This is optic. What the fuck?
8.
It's worse.
It's an 8 though.
Oh shit. 535, 485, 500. It's worse. What is happening?
Are there even any PSA 10s?
I'll check in a second. So a raw outsold a PSA 9. Cool. $900.
There's a bit of a bump there, I guess.
I guess double. The point that I think I was going to get to is I no longer care if people prep their cards. I have fully stopped caring. I even encourage it at this point. Once PSA has come out and basically said, yeah, that 1B 101 we know was altered because shout out Kurt's Card Care, I fucking stopped caring. I have fully accepted that it's happening. And if you're not altering your cards by prepping them, I'm not telling you to fucking cut them in half. Shout out Evan Mathis. I'm just telling you to have them in the best condition possible to get graded. More power to you. Because if PSA doesn't care, who the fuck am I? I'm just some schmuck with an okay podcast.
Yeah.
Therefore, do whatever you got to do.
Dave is personally trimming cards in his basement for anyone interested that listens.
Where's my scissor? I will get the trimming
Oh, you
scissors
use
out.
one of those like the big choppers
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
the board on the bottom.
Casey has one of those. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's literally what Evermath is used to like
it's like what you
trim
use like to
cards.
make like scrapbooks and stuff.
Yeah, and then in my spare time, I trim cards with them, obviously. But even if you trim cards, you're still allowed in sports cards. No one gives a fuck. Like very prominent people who are trimming cards are around every day. Some of them spending millions of dollars on cards, quote unquote.
Some of them named Dave.
Some of them are not named Dave. I don't have. Do you think I have the fucking balance to trim a card? Like I don't. Like
I don't know.
I don't know either. Just shout out Kurt's card care as you pull down the lever. But yeah, no, I've fully accepted that is something that is way more common among people than you would like. Because online, everyone's like, "Oh no, we don't like that. Don't do that. We love the hobby." Go to a card show. Go and talk to dealers who do this either full time or make substantial money from this. Get a real conversation. Don't believe everything you see online, people. Wake up, sheepies. the truth is out there.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah, I
Off the
know.
rails here.
Yeah, I know, Kai. This is what happens. Like the first 20 minutes I start to behave myself, and then I just like have accepted that it's about all you're gonna get out of me to be like coherent. So that's why this podcast is about an hour long every week. Because if you left me on for 2 hours, I would start talking about actual like government conspiracies.
You would actually get us canceled.
All right, next week we're talking about the Hindenburg and like how it was set up by.
Fly through that window with a gun.
No, we're talking. Yeah, that's fair. I probably deserve it at this point. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk through? Anything else? Burning topics, or like anything else we should discuss?
No, I mean, there's not many shows going on for the next month and a half, right? Nothing really crazy happening.
Literally, so like if Culture Collision or the Minnesota show like moved theirs back a week or two, it probably would be crowded.
Yeah, it'd be the best show in the next month.
Like I don't get it. I mean, like, I know there's people who do like card show calendars. I think Jeff Wilson has one, hilariously. Oh yeah, he does. This is it. Let me see if I can pull this up. So like I don't know, like let's look at the East Coast. Philly show is this week. I mean, that's a pretty good show. Theoretically, I should be going to that. I know Trent is because we were talking about it. Boca Raton, I don't know. Like
that's actually probably a decent show. That's a very wealthy area.
That's funny. I wish it just said like how many tables these shows were. Trying to see like if I can
you to their thing. No.
I know this will because if I type Philly card show, it will pull up nothing. Okay, I mean like yeah, the website's there, but like hey, that you did that like shit. Philly's gonna be okay this weekend. People probably traveling for that. They're doing shows. Like this is not very good. Can I find like a major card show calendar? Like I think this is the national people actually. This is somewhat better. But this is probably just local to New York. God damn it. There's not a very good show calendar.
Sounds like Dave's next business idea.
Should I show Speedy off real quick?
It's up to you. It's your baby.
Yeah. It's not ready yet. I
we
will
could do like a whole episode about it if you want.
Sure, and we will. But like I'll show off what we have right now, assuming that it doesn't crash. There's still some issues that are being figured out. Would you believe that? An AI app is having some issues with stuff. Shout out the Nolan Ryan I scanned there that didn't really work.
Wow, that's quite the title.
To be fair, that biography card is fucking awful, and I want to make sure that's clear. Let me run through. Ooh, let me grab a couple cards I know it will scan pretty well. Because
wow, that's not a good test sample size.
I ran it before and it crashed, Kai. I at least want to show the proof of concept. So I have 5 pictures that you can't see. I hit enter, and it's running. it hopefully will work. That would be really bad if the podcast ended because David's AI doesn't work. I want it to work. But yeah, but seriously, like this is still in production. We're in beta testing. There's a few things I want to add. There's a few things that have to be changed. But generally, it's in a usable state. Now, it keeps crashing. We're looking into why it keeps crashing.
It's gonna fucking pop into an ISIS video.
What? What does that mean?
When the cards finish loading, it's gonna just...
You're a bad
Maybe like, we have the hostage.
Oh, God. Oh, hang on. I got to text from a friend about our podcast. You guys, we should get a banner. The goat stuff. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I need a banner, I've been told. I need to get a banner anyway for shows. But seriously, like, in the time we've been bullshitting, 3 cards have been scanned. It's working. I think next steps for this is some tweaks, some edits. It'll launch soon. We'll dedicate either an episode to it or like a segment. It'll be a sponsor. Shocking. The person who owns it wants to sponsor the podcast. He's kind of a dickhead, though. It'll be something different that people can use. So, yeah. I mean, it worked pretty well. I noticed now the title has been cut off, but you can see if I scroll in, there's the title. Like, it generated a pretty good title. We are updating a few things still from this. Actually, we'll have to edit out some of that. That's cool. Good job, David. Dumbass. That's fun. I just fucking made more editing work for myself. Fun.
For the record, I own 80% of Speedy Card Lister.
You better fucking not. This is not a hostile takeover, Kai. But it does work pretty well. Like, it's a pretty good title for an AI.
Match worn.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but
that's funny.
I don't know why I did that. I make this.
That's some shit we would just say. Hashtag game worn.
Tops 2020, Vinny Jr., patch auto to 50, PSA 9. Like,
where's the 21 come from?
Card number, I believe.
Isn't it U23-VJ?
No, it's because of the PSA slab. That's why.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm trying to figure out why I did that. So that one's okay. That one's pretty fucking good, actually.
Okay, question.
Go for it.
You can edit this out if I'm outing you right now.
Yeah.
People are going to ask, why are you not pulling from PSA? Is there a reason?
Because I wanted this to work with raw cards first. Like, one thing you got to remember here, too, is all the photos that I'm using, I'm training this thing to work with my camera on my phone. It's not using scans. It's reading raw cards, and it's doing it pretty well. I could be running this through scans, and it'd probably be more accurate. But you know what? That's for the customer to use. I want it to be more accurate for them. We're training it on a harder thing. And yeah, phase 2 could involve a PSA or BGS registry and putting in the numbers and then getting the title. It could. It probably should.
Boom.
What?
I just said boom.
Oh, yeah. We take those.
Yeah.
No, I want to make sure that the shit works. And PSA or BGS like adding tool would be a cop out. I'm working on cop outs anyway for the AI. I want to add a feature to add a card to real time as they scan, which will be super easy because then like the AI just generates a title that's pretty accurate and you just edit it as opposed to just like bantering with me for 5 minutes and figuring out like, hey, I want my 1,000 cards to upload. Well, now you can edit them in real time.
Dave is not responsible for if the AI takes over and starts selling your cards for $1.
I'm going to make sure that I use Skynet.
What?
You don't know what Skynet is?
No.
Have you never seen Terminator?
No.
Oh, same. And that's how we're ending the episode. I've never seen Terminator either. I at least know what Skynet is, though. All right. That's all I got. Bye.